I used to be so frustrated with my savings. I'd look at my bank statement, see that tiny interest payment from my standard savings account, and just know my money was losing a little bit of its power to inflation every single day. Now, don't get me wrong, high yield savings accounts today are a great tool with rates that can help fight back. But I wanted more than just a defensive strategy. I wanted a real way to build wealth without needing a second job. I wanted my money to start working for me, even while I was sleeping. But every time I'd even think about investing, I'd get hit with this wall of confusing charts, insane jargon, and experts on TV yelling about the next hot stock. It felt like a private club, and I definitely wasn't on the list. Honestly, I was terrified of making a dumb mistake and losing everything. This is the simple 3-step stock market strategy I used to cut through all that noise and finally start earning passive income. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it too, step by step, even if you're starting with just a little bit of money. And as a quick reminder, I am not a financial advisor. This is all for educational purposes. And I'm just sharing the journey and the strategy that clicked for me. My name is Mike, and I spend way too much time thinking about why investing feels harder than it needs to be. If you're someone who wants passive income but feels overwhelmed, is tired of watching money sit still, or just wants a beginner-friendly plan that makes sense, make sure you hit subscribe. And if this video helps you finally feel calm about investing, give it a thumbs up. It really helps more people find this. All right, let's simplify this. My big breakthrough came when I gave up on the idea of being some kind of stock market genius. I realized I didn't need to find the next Amazon or predict the future. That's a game for professionals with massive resources, and even they get it wrong all the time. Instead, I found a much simpler, and let's be honest, more boring way to invest. And trust me, when it comes to your money, boring is beautiful. Think about it this way. You can spend all your time and energy frantically searching for one magical needle in a haystack, or you can just buy the entire haystack. This is the simple idea behind something called an exchange-traded fund, or an ETF. An ETF is just a big basket that holds small pieces of hundreds or even thousands of different companies all at once. So instead of betting your future on one company and hoping for the best, you're spreading your investment across the whole market. You instantly own a tiny piece of the big established companies you already know and use every single day. This discovery was my aha moment. It took all the pressure off. It made investing feel less like gambling at a casino and more like a predictable long-term plan. I wasn't trying to beat the market anymore. I was just trying to be the market. And historically, over the long term, the market goes up. Once that concept clicked, putting it into practice was surprisingly simple. It really just boils down to these 3 steps. Step 1, get the right container for your money. Before you buy any investments, you need a place to keep them. This is called a brokerage account. Don't let that fancy name scare you. Opening a brokerage account these days is about as easy as signing up for a new bank account. There are tons of beginner-friendly apps and websites that let you get started in minutes with no minimum deposit. When you open your account, you'll likely see a choice between a standard brokerage account and a tax-advantaged one, like a Roth IRA. An IRA is specifically for retirement, and its superpower is that your money can grow completely tax-free. If you're investing for the long term, which you should be, using a retirement account like a Roth IRA is one of the most powerful moves you can make to boost your wealth. It's a huge advantage, so definitely look into it. The most important thing is just to get started. Pick a reputable, low-cost platform, get your account open, and you've already taken the biggest step. Step 2, your first investment, the boring is better approach. Okay, you've got your container. Now it's time to put something in it. This is where we use that buy the haystack strategy. For a beginner, the easiest and most effective way to start is with a low-cost, broad market ETF. A great place to begin is with an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, which is a basket of the 500 biggest companies in the US. Another fantastic option, and one I personally love for building passive income, is a dividend ETF. A dividend is just a small piece of a company's profits that it pays out to you, its shareholder, simply for owning the stock. It's real cash that gets deposited right into your account. Dividend ETFs, like the popular Schwab US. Dividend Equity ETF, ticker symbol SCHD, hold a basket of companies that are known for consistently paying and even increasing their dividends over time. By buying an ETF like this, you get instant diversification across many high-quality companies, and you start earning passive income through their dividends, which are usually paid out every 3 months. The fees on these funds are incredibly low, often just a few dollars a year for every $10,000 you have invested, which means more of your money is actually working for you. The goal here isn't to get rich overnight. The goal is to pick a solid, stable, and diversified investment that you can comfortably hold for a very, very long time. Step 3, the set it and forget it automation. This last step is the secret sauce. It's what makes this strategy truly passive and unbelievably powerful. The technique is called dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging, or DCA, just means you invest a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, no matter what the market is doing. It could be $100 every month, $50 every week, or whatever you can comfortably afford. Here's why this is magic. When the market is up, your fixed dollar amount buys fewer shares. But when the market is down, that exact same amount buys you more shares. Over time, this smooths out your average purchase price, and most importantly, it takes emotion out of the equation. Trying to time the market, buying at the perfect bottom and selling at the perfect top, is impossible. Studies have shown that investors lose more money trying to guess what the market will do than by just staying in it. The mantra here is a classic for a reason. Time in the market beats timing the market. Pretty much every brokerage platform lets you set up automatic recurring investments. You can literally tell it every 2 weeks, take this amount from my bank and buy this ETF. Once it's set, you do nothing. Your wealth building machine is officially on autopilot. This is how you actually make money while you sleep. By the way, if this is helping you make sense of investing and you're feeling a bit more confident, could you do me a quick favor and hit that like button? It's a small click for you, but it tells YouTube that this is a helpful guide and shows it to more people who are feeling just as stuck as we were. I really appreciate the support. This is the #1 fear that paralyzes people, and it is a 100% valid concern. So let's tackle it head on. What happens if the market crashes right after you invest? First, because you bought a diversified ETF, you were already protected from a single company failing. If one of the hundreds of companies in your basket goes bankrupt, it has a tiny, almost unnoticeable impact on your total investment. You won't get wiped out. Second, and this is a huge mental shift, if you are a long-term investor using dollar cost averaging, a market crash is not a disaster. It's a discount. It's a sale. Think about it. When the market falls, your next automatic investment swoops in and buys up more shares at a cheaper price. When the market eventually recovers, as it has after every single crash in history, you'll be set up for even better returns because you were consistently buying on the way down. The only way you truly lose money in a market downturn is if you panic and sell your investments at a loss. If you have a long-term mindset and you're invested in the broad market, you just have to stay calm and trust the automated plan. This is also why having an emergency fund in a separate high-yield savings account is critical, so you never have to sell your investments at a bad time to cover an unexpected bill. The strategy isn't about get rich quick. It's about get wealthy slowly and surely. So, what can you realistically expect? Let's use our example. Say you invest $10,000 into a dividend ETF like SCHD. As of early 2026, its dividend yield is around 3.3 to 3.5%. That means in your first year, you could expect to receive about $330 to $350 in passive income from dividends without lifting a finger. Now, that might not sound life-changing, but here's where the magic starts. You take those dividends and automatically reinvest them to buy more shares. Those new shares then start producing their own dividends. This is called compounding, and for good reason, it has been called the eighth wonder of the world. When you combine the power of compounding with your consistent automated monthly investments over 5, 10, or 20 years, the growth can become exponential. That small snowball you started with begins to roll downhill, picking up more snow and getting bigger and faster all on its own. It's a slow and steady path, but it is a proven path to building significant wealth over time. You don't need to be a Wall Street whiz or have a massive salary to start building wealth and earning passive income. You just have to get over that initial fear of starting. Let's do a quick recap of the simple 3-step plan. Open the container, get a brokerage account, and strongly consider a tax-advantaged one like a Roth IRA. Buy the haystack. Purchase a low-cost diversified ETF that fits your goals, like one that tracks the whole market or focuses on dividends. Automate everything. Set up recurring investments to take advantage of dollar-cost averaging and make the whole process hands-off and emotion-free. That's it. That is the entire strategy. It's simple, it's effective, and it's something you can literally start today. Now I have a question for you, and I want you to be honest in the comments below. What is the number one thing holding you back from starting your investing journey? Is it fear, confusion, or something else entirely? Let me know. I'll be reading through and doing my best to help out. Your future self will be incredibly grateful for the small step you take today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more simple guides to making your money work for you.